Once there lived a merchant named Sam. He was doing business in a nearby town. One day he and his helper decided to return home. It was almost 1 year since they had left their village. They started their journey early in the morning because they have to cross a dense forest before evening. After a long journey, they reached a river bank in the forest. The river was flooded with water due to last night's heavy rain. They were so sad to see this because they don't know swimming. Both of them were upset. The helper was frustrated and screamed for help, but no one came. After some time, a saint came that way and asked them about the problem. Sam told that they want to go to the other side of the river, but they both don't know swimming. Saint laughed and told, "Don't worry. I will help you." By saying this, he took a stick and gave it to Sam. Asked him to walk slowly towards that big tree by pointing the stick, and please don't look back. He was scared but started walking. Crossed the river. The saint took another stick and gave it to the helper. Told the same that he ought to walk slowly towards that big tree by point the stick and don't look back. He was also scared but started walking slowly. When he reached the middle of the river, he was excited and started thinking, "This is wonderful. If this stick has got the magical power to help me, then I shall use this same stick every time when I come home." Thinking that, he turned and looked back. He was surprised. The saint was not there. He thought that he might have disappeared with his magical power. By that time, Sam moved to the nearby tree. When the helper turned, he got confused and asked himself which tree I was pointing to. He saw Sam was standing in front of a tree, so he thought that that was the tree which he was pointing before, and continue his walking. After taking few steps, he fell into the river and drowned. So, what went wrong? The saint have been living in the forest for several years. On that day, when he was meditating, he heard the scream of the helper. He knew that someone is in deep trouble. So, he walked towards that direction and found them. From his experience, he could figure out the shallow route to cross the river even in rainy season. For that, he stood between the two trees. Closed his eyes to get concentration. Sam followed the instruction. That is why he was successful in crossing the river. But the helper got distracted with his thoughts. He was curious to look back. When he looked back and returned, the position of the stick was not maintained. This is why the saint instructed them not to look back so that they can concentrate and can move forward through the same path. But the helper thought that he was pointing the tree where Sam was standing and started walking towards that tree. As a result, he was deviated from the shallow path and fell into the river.